Hello, everybody. It is year 2, week 19, and this is the week of our 26th wedding anniversary.
They said it wouldn't last. I don't know what they meant by that.
I don't know. Again, like mom's conversation. Who's they? Mom?
No, the pastor.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now.
We didn't go back for
Yeah.
counseling.
Yeah, for our...
So he said, oh, well, then it's just going to fail.
Yeah, because we were living in Beaumont area, Texas, when he called, right? That's when we didn't go back, because we left like the day after we got back from the honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
So we're like 2 weeks out, and then we just went to Texas after the wedding from Arizona.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember you go, I'm so worried about you. I don't think it's gonna blah, blah, blah.
Wonder how long his marriage lasted.
Ooh, damn. Whew, I wonder what he did in the bathroom.
The bathroom?
I don't know. It's always the thing now, right?
Speaking of bathrooms, our first place as a married couple.
First place as a married couple. Yeah.
What was it?
Travel or single wide.
No. We were not.
Oh no, married couple.
That's what I said.
The townhome.
All right? And what happened in the upstairs bathroom of that
Oh, you mean this?
townhome?
Mike, I shit in your bathroom. And what we mean by shit in the bathroom, you're probably going, well, duh, that's what you do in a bathroom. No, what we mean is shit all over the bathroom. Good
Floor, tub.
Yeah. Good memories of my dad.
Yeah, sure. He called from the He called from the bathroom. I'm like, Mike,
I know.
your dad's calling you from the bathroom.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go. Remember? He shits all over the fucking bathroom, and then what does he do? Leaves.
I think that's the first and last time you've ever cleaned a bathroom.
Probably. It's probably gonna be too. Jeez. Oh my god. So I guess since we're stuck at home,
Not stuck.
we're not stuck. No, that's clearly we've not been stuck. We hold our freedoms, man. We've been doing pretty much the same thing. Man, they need to fix their brakes, man. Yeah,
Right?
you need to go to Midas, man. Your bike brakes sound like really bad. And so, but we're in the back of the house now, and so since, I guess let me say, we've gone everywhere we wanted to go during all of this, pretty much, except
a
for
few trips.
like
Yeah.
Alaska and shit like that. But since those were canceled, but I mean, we from the house and in the area. Don't worry about Maggie. I think I've talked in a previous vlog. Maggie's in congestive heart failure and renal failure and all kinds of stuff. So, but let's talk about because last year when we were on a cruise ship crossing the Pacific,
The same one we were about to go on.
this year, but to Alaska, and we talked about last year, and the video sucked last year, but you can go check it out. I'll put a card up here so you can go check out that video. But we, on our 25th anniversary, which is, I don't know, for some reason a bigger deal, maybe the 26th, I don't know.
Well, I think
But-
the quarter century is kind of a big.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal,
Yeah.
right? Especially these days. Jeez.
Right.
And we talked about the trips we'd been on, and then it was funny because, hell, we've forgotten more trips than people have been on. But then we were going to talk about the houses that we lived in.
We got
as-
those down.
Yeah, and we're going to start from when we met each other, not
Okay.
being married, which only takes out really one, and it's not even they're homes, they're not houses.
Shelters.
Yeah, so Cindy and I, we met in Prescott, Arizona, like biscuit. It's not Prescott, it's Prescott,
True.
Arizona. And,
Which is where I grew up.
Yep, where she grew up. And I was living in a 32-foot Holiday Rambler travel trailer. So, hell, we were doing the goddamn fucking van life and shit before all you motherfuckers were doing it. Shit.
Beat the dorm.
beat the dorm. Yeah. So I was living in that, and then I actually did an internship with Cessna Aircraft Company. Came back, and then Cindy had moved in. I think while I was still in Cessna, and then
I think so.
And then moved in, and then or you moved into the trailer park with your 28 footer or 26 footer or
Yeah, it was
something
28
like
or
that.
26. I don't remember
Something
what
like
brand
that,
it
yeah.
was. Terry, maybe?
Yeah, it might have been a Terry. Yeah,
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It was a piece of shit.
Yeah, they were both old. I mean, mine was like a 70s, and yours was like
Oh,
a
yeah.
70s or early 80s or something like that. And I mean,
Hey, but
Hey.
it beat living with a roommate or with the parents or.
oh yeah, that was a neat. That's kind of like the boating community.
Yeah.
So I could see us getting back into RVing and
Mhm.
trailers because it's that same kind of, like us. We don't really know our neighbors at all, but when we had the sailboats down in Houston, I
Yeah.
mean, we knew everybody. So
True.
So yeah, so we met in travel trailers. Go van life, and or trailer life, whatever. I don't know what the hell you call it.
And we were each paying $150 a month for the I don't say slip fee, but for the
spot.
spot
Yeah,
and
the slit. What would they call? Pull through the space. Yeah.
and it was all the utilities too. It was $150.
Mhm.
So
So you're living on your own, all your utilities. You had all the luxuries of home. It's just your home was
even a pool and everything.
your home was just this wide
Yeah.
and 30 feet long, which was amazing for us. I mean, being young people, I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah, washer and dryer on site, the pool.
Yeah. I mean,
The-
people
and
were nice.
We had
The old couple that
the
were
Granite
nice.
Dells there. So you
They
go
took me
hiking.
to the ER that one year before I met you, and I rushed my motor, my mount. I walked in, and they're like, "What would you like us to do?" "Can you take me to the ER? I'm kind of banged up here." So yeah. So then we got married in Arizona. Well, Chino Valley.
But we moved in together before we got engaged.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We
yeah,
moved
yeah.
in-
to a
A mobile home, a single wide
Like
mobile
mobile,
home.
yeah, like a-
and because it was $300 a month,
yeah.
and we
so-
decided, well,
yeah, it's a
you know,
wash.
Yeah.
Together, same.
Right.
Yeah. And that was what was that? It was like what was that? Like
We-
16 by maybe like 50, 16 by 40.
Oh, no, it was a two-bedroom.
16 by 60.
The rooms were probably the size of this patio.
Yeah, this little slab that we've got here. Yeah.
It was a tiny little place, but it was ours. We had an outdoor area for
Bo, the
Bo.
dog at the time. Yeah, little shed.
uh-huh.
So yeah.
And it was out in a quiet area,
Chino Valley.
Chino Valley.
Woo! Chino Valley, Arizona.
And it was it was a dump. But it was our dump.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it had that. Remember it had a big picture window that looked
Huge
at like
window.
the neighbors.
Uh-huh.
But then you could remember it had
The
the hole,
hole.
so you could stick your hand out the corner of the floor, and you could then look. Hey, look, hey, look.
But it was under the carpet, so you couldn't see it.
Yeah,
So you just put the couch there, and you
Yeah.
never know.
yeah.
We had the big California flag on the wall.
You know, she could just collapse right on video. Maggie,
Come here.
yeah, you gonna do something
Come on.
over there? You gonna see over there? No.
Come on.
Some reason she I don't know. She gets into who knows what's going on? You know, how she feels. Maybe she's in pain or not in pain or just.
But that
So,
was a nice
okay.
place. That is the place that you proposed to me.
Yep. I flew home.
November.
Yep.
Actually, it may have been December
No.
1st.
Well, yeah, it was Thanksgiving.
Or
I flew
after
home.
Thanksgiving.
I flew back home to you from home, I guess, where Mom and Dad were. So, yep, and then proposed to you. That was a pretty funny story too. When Mom took me to J.C. Penney's and I bought your $129 engagement ring. She said, "Oh, is that a promise ring?" I was like, "No, Mom. I'm gonna ask Cindy to marry me when I get home." My God, you should have seen the look on my mom's face. That might be what I talked to Mom in the future coffee with Mom about. So what'd you actually think, Mom, with that? But yeah,
She
so,
wasn't real thrilled about me.
Yeah, but hey.
And I also that night, remember what I made you that night? I tried so
Oh,
hard.
my God.
I wasn't the chef I am
It
today.
was so nasty.
Come on, I tried.
Yeah, no, it was so nice because I loved sweet and sour pork at Chinese restaurants. You know, you get the rice, you pile the pieces of sweet and sour pork, and then you pour your own. I would always get it at the buffet. I'd order it when we get to China. I mean, that was the thing I did
But
with a kid.
I grew up in a very rural area where
You grew up in like mica mines, like literally.
there weren't Chinese restaurants. I'd never
Yeah.
been to a Chinese restaurant.
I mean, she's from Arizona. The only Chinese she knew were those that built the damn railroad. So,
So I went to the store and I got pork chops
yep.
and sweet and sour sauce. So I chopped up the pork chops,
Chop, chop, chop.
I fried them up, and then I poured sweet and sour sauce on it.
Yeah.
I think that's sweet and sour pork.
Yep. But
Am I
by the
right?
way, just a disclaimer: if you see smoke wafting here, we're not smoking pot. We've got our smoker over here. By the way, the smoker's name is Pontius, named after Pontius Pilate. Yes, the governor who sentenced Jesus Christ. So I think that was only appropriate. We crucify meat in it, so I think that was a good thing to call him. So he's Pontius over here. So he's smoking. We've got, I don't know, we got a pork butt going through the stall. So it's been sitting here. So it's gonna be a while before this is done. I think we go a little too low and slow, but we're learning. So
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. So then we got married and we lived in that, and then we went on the honeymoon literally like the day after the wedding, like Monday, and we were married on Saturday. I graduated from college on Sunday. We were honeymoon in San Diego on Monday for a week. Got home, packed up the U-Haul trailer and the car and all that, and drove to
Beaumont,
Texas. And so the house in Beaumont was, then we got a townhome.
We got the townhome.
I remember
because your mom and dad helped us with the rent. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to afford
right.
it.
And then we overlooked, I think, like the original Jason's Deli.
Yeah.
That restaurant. That was then. Now we've caught up, by the way, because we started the whole video with a flashback of, I can shit in your bathroom. So now we're all caught up. That was very cinematic, though. So I appreciate that. You started with a story, and then we caught up to the story. That's pretty cool. So
totally planned.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was another story at the townhouse was, of course, Cindy's from Arizona. So we came home, and all of a sudden, Cindy's like,
"Oh no!
What the hell is that on the wall?" And it was a big tree cockroach. And I was like, "Oh, it's a cockroach."
It was an alien.
And all of a sudden, it leapt off the wall and flew. And she's like, "Holy shit, they fly too!" It was like the first time she'd ever seen a roach, because she lived in the damn high desert of Arizona and low desert. Arizona, you just lived in.
The
Arizona.
scary things didn't fly.
Exactly. Yeah. So we lived in that townhome. That was alright. I mean, it was alright.
Yeah, it was. I didn't like having shared walls.
Right. Yeah.
And that was the first and only time.
Yeah, we had shared walls. Yeah, that was, and then I think it was also kind of the decision that we wanted to be more independent,
from
away
the family,
from mom and dad, from my mom and dad.
Yeah.
And so then you started looking for places so we could basically live off, because I was with an aerospace engineering degree, and I was delivering Mr. Gaddy's pizza. So, did we move to Gist after I got the job, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would not have moved that
yeah.
nowhere.
So all of a sudden, I was like, okay, I got to do something.
Wait, don't skip over the house in Lamar.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot about that, because there's a hell of a story there at that house.
So we rented this
old.
Like, I would say like 19. 30s? No. I'd say late 40s.
Late 40s.
That was built, with asbestos and everything and stuff. But it was a really cute little place. It was on a half an acre, so we had a huge yard. We had big trees.
We had two dogs in.
Yeah, we had Bo and Tasha.
We had Bo and Tasha now.
And we had a separate garage, so we could put the 442 in there.
Yep.
But it was in the ghetto, because you'd see the guys walking down the street with their beepers.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, Google it.
Yeah. It was the ghetto, like.
But all of the drug dealers always had beepers.
Yeah.
But we were only a block away from the university that we were both going to.
Yeah. Yep.
So it just worked out, and it was inexpensive, and it was clean, and.
Yeah, but the neighborhood was scary.
There was no air conditioning.
Right.
There was only air conditioning in one room.
One room, yeah. So whatever the decision was, and we decided, well, that place, which is going to be really hilarious, was a dump, even though we moved from this really nice townhouse, and then to that, and then we're like, okay, we need to move. But then I was like, okay, I need to get a real job. So I went to Lamar University, and I said, yeah, I'm an Eagle Scout. I was a peer counselor, a tutor at college. I think I could be good at teaching kids. And my mom was actually in education and moved from nursing to education. And so I was like, hey, I think I'll be a pretty good teacher. And
I'm gonna let her inside.
Yeah. They're gonna see your booty, and then she back up. Know you're blocking in the theater. Look, see how she is? That's our dog. And so I went to the university, and I said, hey, I think I'll be good at it, blah, blah, blah. And they said, well, here's the degree plan. I was like, well, all right, I got a degree. And they're like, oh, what's your degree? And I said, aerospace engineering and mathematics. And she just about laughed at me there at the education council. She goes, just go to a school district and get a job. So I literally went to like in a month, went to a teacher job fair, had a bunch of offers. High Island, remember High Island?
Oh yeah,
and all
because
these
they all wanted math teachers.
Yeah, at that time, everybody was like using like English teachers, and they're working to try to get their credentials to teach math, because everybody was hurting for science. And to me, it's literally second nature. So.
And that's why we moved to Beaumont, because you wanted to suddenly get your master's in environmental engineering, and you hated it.
Yeah, I hated it. Yeah, I hated it.
But there we were in Beaumont.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You guys have seen in the vlog that space just came along 20 years too late for me, really. So yeah, who knows? Damn dog. So yeah, so I got a job teaching high school kids physics and math out in Orange, Texas, but the school district was
Little Cypress,
Mauriceville. And so we found literally a hunting shack. It was this couple who had land, and there was this old little tiny I don't know 500 square foot home.
I was gonna say 800, but
800?
yeah,
Okay,
it was
800.
It was a one bedroom, one bath.
Like an old ceramic heater in the wall, and all kind.
Once again, nice yard though.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, in the woods. I mean, there was actually hunting right. We were, right behind us. There was, but that we call that literally the hunting shack. I think is what we called it.
Yeah,
it was in Gist.
Yeah.
Gist. Literally Gist. You drive from Orange up to whatever the town was. Vider.
Boona,
maybe Boona.
What was it called?
I mean, literally, it would say a green sign that would say Gist. There was a church, and then that was it. All the houses were back in the trees, so you didn't even see a town.
And there was only a sign for Gist going one way.
Going north, not coming south.
Right.
Yeah.
But not far from there was the most amazing home-style restaurant with the rolls, Tuffy's.
Tuffy's, yeah. Oh my God. I mean, you're talking like bread roll. I mean, like the rolls were like the size of the bread. I mean, it was huge.
So good.
Yeah, it was so good.
But they also had KKK meetings there.
Yeah, that was, because Vider or whatever was the regional headquarters of the KKK.
They had good food.
Yeah.
But it was a nice house. Like I said, it was in there.
It's probably in the best to say while I'm wearing my Mike Another Great American hat.
It was a quiet area. It was nice. The landlords lived right down the road, and they were super nice.
Yeah, and they had the little, almost like domesticated raccoons. Remember that they would feed? That was hilarious. So then we moved into Orange.
Woo,
that's where we went through the ice storm.
Yes.
In South Texas.
But that house, that was the first time we lived kind of in it wasn't really a subdivision, but it almost was.
A neighborhood, yeah, like a real neighborhood, yeah. And
we had the projects behind us.
Yeah. And we had but that ice storm was crazy. It was like, I don't know what it was, 2 weeks? Without power or something like that, but it was like, 3 days or something of, it just sounded like gunshots of all the trees and power lines. It was just horrendous. That was,
it was raining, but it was below freezing.
Yeah, was that like 96, 97?
Yeah, I would guess.
Something like that, yeah. So we went through that little house. That was a cute little house.
It was.
Mm-hmm. And then we... Oh.
Jalapeno poppers are done.
Oh. You gonna grab those?
Yeah.
You want me to keep going?
You can go good.
Okay. So I'll keep talking to him.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah. That's what I do. So... Let's see. So from Orange, well, this is a good thing. So then I actually was looking for another teaching job that maybe would pay more, and so then I found a physics and teaching job, a high school teaching job in Spring Branch Independent School District in Houston, and it was 100% more money. So for whatever you kind of made a determination, I guess, or of what we're like now. That first job that we just mentioned, I was teaching high school kids in Little Cypress Mauriceville School District. I was getting paid $19,600 a year and getting paid once a month. So yeah, it was crazy. So then I got basically it was almost $40,000 salary to move to Spring Branch ISD in Houston. So that made I was like, duh, you gotta do that. So then we moved into a little house in Katy, Texas, and two stories there. One's funny. Bo, the dog that we had at the time, a border collie. We were sitting there at the dinner table. We heard this horrendous noise, and we go out, and Bo could just look up and just jump over a 6-foot privacy fence. Well, I guess she had looked up and tried to jump over the privacy fence, which she had done before at this house, but she must have slipped or something, and so her paw got stuck between the slats of the fence, and so she's hanging there. Of course, at the time, it's scary, and you think the dog is gonna be, is hurting itself and all that, which she probably was. But of course, I grab her and I get her loose and all that. But in hindsight, it would have actually been hilarious to take pictures or video of it. But back in those days, we didn't have YouTube and all that yet. So, oh, here come the jalapeno poppers.
Smoked and everything.
Yep. So we're at the Cypress Ridge or whatever house. Those were smoked first, and then now they're.
And that's also the house we found out when my dad died.
Yeah, I know. That was the second story. When like 10:30 at night, woke up to my wife screaming because his best friend back in Arizona called and he died.
Where's my mom?
I thought it was his friend.
No, my mom called.
Oh, your mom called. Oh. Well, I talked to the friend.
The friend
that had the truck that your dad bought the truck from that we just gave the truck back to.
I don't have any recollection of that at all.
Okay, well, you were in a daze from that moment for probably the next week or so.
Well, I'm an only child. So.
Yeah, so that's why with my brother dying here at the day after Christmas, last Christmas, he died at 52, so his dad died at 52. So I'm just trying to make it to 53, and I just went through 49. So, all right. So then the news comes, and actually, if you watch my vlog, and I put some cards up here, I'll try to remember to put cards up here when we get to those points. But then we actually went and Mom gave us $10,000 for our first home, and we had it built, and that was a hell of an experience because we had to literally look at now she's excited about you.
Excited, yeah.
Is because we had to literally choose everything in that house,
from hardware to doorknobs, to lights, carpet,
to the paint. Not just the paint, but I mean paint of the trim, paint of this, paint of the door,
the
paint
toilets,
the toilet, blah blah blah, the fixtures of this, the fixtures of the light fixtures in the bathrooms, and the master bathroom.
He's complaining, but we had a fantastic
it was
time.
crazy, but we're just like, this is insane. We didn't know anything. I mean, we're two dumb kids. I mean, how old were we?
30?
Were we 30?
I don't know.
I guess so. 6 years, 5 years out.
No.
28. I was like 28 maybe.
Yeah, so yeah.
So you were like 25 or 26. So we didn't know anything. So we bought this house, had it built for what, $95,000.
Something like that.
Beautiful little house, 322.
We didn't really have any upgrades.
No back neighbors, like we almost always seem to fucking have. No back neighbors.
Best pantry ever.
Yeah, you guys have seen the house. I'll put a card up here. I went to the house on my vlog in year one. I went last year when I was in Houston. I went and I
the pantry was huge.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, it was a big old huge pantry coming in from the garage. That was cool. No real funny stories. I mean, good stories. I mean, I did a lot of stuff. Rope trailed the snapping turtle.
built the back deck.
You build the back deck. Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Now you want? Come on. Up.
Come on, Maggie. Oh. There she is. So we had that house. And
we did have the kids that decided they wanted to play on the heavy equipment.
Yeah, and stole
in the field behind us.
But that was like there was the creek behind,
yeah.
So it wasn't like they could run into the house.
That was the excitement out there.
Yeah, that was it.
But that's when you really got into radio control flying.
Yep, and that's when I then met Don at the hobby shop, and then Don became my first boss. And then because of where my work was at the time, so that we decided to move across Houston to Crosby. From Katy to Crosby. And so we sold that house in literally 2 days, if not even that, 2 days.
So Mike was going out on the job for 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So he goes, "Oh, I found a place for you to live while I'm out and about."
Because we had sold the house, and the other house was being built. So we had the build of the house. So we had 6 months or so, 5 months to wait for the house to be built.
So it was another mobile home, and this mobile home was. We thought that we lived in a hood before. This was the hood.
Oh, this was the shit. Yeah, this was.
Oh my god.
Clover Dump or whatever it was. Cloverleaf or Channel View.
The dogs next door were infested with fleas so much you could see it crawling on them.
It was so nasty.
It was the mobile home was brand new. It was an old tiny one.
Yeah, because they had bought it for the old man who lived in the house, and the house was now just decrepit. I mean, abandoned, condemned and abandoned. Yeah.
Ugh, it was so gross. Yeah, so I got to stay there by myself for 5-6 weeks.
Love you.
Yeah.
Love you.
With the 2 dogs.
That's the secret of a long marriage.
Trying to keep the dogs flea free. Not this one.
No, not that one. And then, so then the little house in Crosby, which again, you've seen. Because I went and visited that.
Super cute house.
That was also super cute. No back neighbors.
I laid all the sod in the backyard.
You laid all the sod in the backyard. Yeah, that was. I think that one was a little 322 also.
Yeah.
Like $115,000. So
great
it's not
layout.
Like, just cute little houses. Great layout. Just.
But that's when we got into sailing. When we were there.
Yeah, because you started talking about camping. I was like, nah. He's like, oh, let's get a trailer. Blah 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 blah. And then I was like, well, I mean, because then we talked about. I was like, so with Crosby is just like pretty much right on Lake Houston, so we're Galveston Bay, the ocean, the Gulf of Mexico's all right there. So then we started, got a little 22-foot Cape Dory sailboat and then a 30-foot Catalina, and then when we left Houston, we owned a 32-foot Catalina sailboat. So we basically did RV on the water, which was cool. And we still do that. If all the plans work out, you guys will see next year. You'll see a big sailing trip. So and then then
our McMansion.
And then we got this place here. We did not have this built. It was already built, but it had never been lived in. The house we lived in now, and downstairs is the perfect house. It's maybe what would you say? Maybe a 2,000 square foot downstairs. Something like that.
You think upstairs is 1,200 square feet?
Yeah, those rooms are huge, man. 600 each, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
So we just basically, I live upstairs because for my, Xbox and all
man cave
and all that. But downstairs is like perfect. It's actually got maybe one room too many, maybe downstairs, but it's just like perfect house downstairs. So that's where we live now. So those are all the houses,
and we don't have anybody behind us.
Don't have anybody. We got a road, but it's a good 100 yards or so
through thick trees.
Yeah, thick trees. So. Yep, and we just look pretty much right to the west, so we just got nice, right here, the golden hour or whatever. I don't think we're in the golden hour yet. I think 7 o'clock is the golden hour, because we're not to the gold. But to us, it's the golden hour because the light filters through the trees. Because we've got, what are those, 60-foot trees right here?
At least. Oh God, more than that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful though.
Yeah, it is pretty. So that's it here for really talking about after 26 years, but we've been together, that would make it 28 and a half, right?
Yeah.
Roughly. Something like that.
No, because we met in May of 92.
Oh, yeah. So just tack on 2 years.
Yeah, we got engaged in November of 92.
So just tack on 2 years. So we've been together 28, but married 26. So very cool. So that's it here for year 2, week 19. Same shit, different day.
174.
Oh yeah, it's going through the Pontius is getting that old pork butt going now. We've gone up 10 degrees just sitting here. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for joining us as we talked about ourselves here.
We're good at that.
Yeah.
Especially him.
On our 26. So now, geez, of course, it was several years ago that you were now. You've been married longer, right? More than half your life, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Of course, when am I? So I would be. Well, no, me too.
Yeah, because I was 20 when we got married.
Yeah, but I was 23. So yeah. God, really? So. I'm
sorry, no, I was 4. I was 4 when we got married.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. ArizonaWives.com. So, all right. Well, you guys know the drill. Thumbs up because you are amazing. Subscribe and chime that bell to get notified. I am your favorite YouTuber's favorite uncle, and she's your favorite YouTuber's favorite aunt. I am Uncle Mike, and she's Aunt Cindy. Bye. We are here.